When I was in college, I had a dream of becoming rich. However, I didn't know how to go about it. Just because I started economics, it didn't teach me what to do with my money to build wealth. So I started looking for knowledge outside the university and came across a book that has become a classic among personal finance guides, Rich Dad Pulled Out by Robert Kiyosaki. From the moment I studied his knowledge, everything changed for me. I know exactly what to do with my money to become rich by simply copying the teachings of the rich and implementing them myself. I don't need to mention that. Since then, everything changed for me financially. And that's why today, I'm going to show you my 7 most powerful lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad that helped me to completely change my financial situation and build wealth. But before we get to the main topic of the video, first of all, welcome back. And if you are new on our channel, and we try to help you to fix your finances and spread our knowledge and saving money, budgeting and investing. And if you like the video and want to support us, hit the like button on this video. But first, in case some people don't know the book, what is it about? It's about Robert Kiyosaki and his 2 fathers. One is poor, that's his real father, and the other is rich, that's his best friend's father. And he tells the differences of both and how both influenced Robert's way of thinking about money and investing. In doing so, he realized 3 things. First, you don't have to have a high income to be rich. Second, rich people make money work for them instead of the other way around. And third, rich people acquire assets, and the poor middle class acquire liabilities, which they think are assets. Now the second point will already be known to you, but the first point, that you don't need a high income to become rich, will seem very contradictory, because basically you think that it depends on how much money you earn to become rich. But it is much more important how much you keep, so it's much more important what you do with your money once you get it. How you manage your money, not to let your money be taken away again. How you manage to keep it longer, and how you manage to make your money work. For you to do that, you need the right knowledge and the right attitude, because without these 2 things, it will be very difficult for you to become rich or build a fortune. Now, after this short introduction, let's talk about the 7 things that I believe will have the biggest impact on your finances. 1. The rich don't work for money. As I said at the beginning, one of the biggest differences between rich and poor is that the rich make their money work for them. There are many ways to make your money work for you, and it also depends on your position in the cash flow square. If you're in the cash flow square, for example, in the area of business owner, then you make your money work for you by paying wages to employees. We'll then do your work. But since most of you are probably an employee, we'll talk about how you can make your money work for an employee to do this. You use your monthly income to buy assets. Assets are 1. Stocks to bonds. 3. Income generating real estate. 4. Notes IOUs. 5. Royalties from intellectual such as music, scripts, and patents. 6. Anything else that has value, produces income, or appreciates, and has a ready market. Number 2. We all need financial education. Just like me, many others leaving school, college, or university have 0 financial skills. They don't know how to invest their money. They don't know about taxes. They don't know how to manage or budget their money. Yet you need financial knowledge to work wisely with your money, or as I just said, make your money work for you. So use your time wisely and set aside 20 to 30 minutes a day for your own education. Did you know that many successful people schedule an average of 5 hours a week to work on themselves or their skills? You can do the same. The difference between the rich and the poor. So what are the differences Robert has found between the poor and the rich, and why is it important to know them? It is important to know them in order to question one's own behavior patterns and to be able to steer them in the right direction. The biggest difference is to recognize how the rich and the poor use their money. That's exactly what I talked about in the last video. The poor divide their money as follows. Number 1, wants. Second, needs. And third, investments. Whereas the rich divide their money as follows. First, needs. Second, investments. And third, wants. Do you see the difference? I think it's obvious. This is how the rich manage to make their money really work for them, and the poor middle class rather work for their money or incur debts, because often they acquire their ones by taking out loans. Number 4, change yourself. Remember, your mind is your greatest asset, and how you can further build your greatest asset is as follows. Read every day. Get into action. Say goodbye to bad habits. Overcome your fears. Get out of your comfort zone. And get a mentor or learn from people who inspire you. Number 5, how taxes benefited the rich. It's a little crazy, because actually, the more money you make, the more taxes you pay. Nevertheless, the fact is that taxes basically hit the poor middle class more than the rich. This is because the poor middle class are taxed before they spend, and the rich are taxed after they spend by being able to deduct the expenses of their businesses or assets from their taxes. This means you not only make money work for you when you acquire assets, you even get tax preference, or you can have expenses written off over them. Robert Kiyosaki often reminds us of the 4 pillars of getting rich: accounting, the ability to manage your money wisely, investing, the ability to invest your money profitably, understanding the market, the ability to understand supply and demand and law, the ability to understand, for example, the tax law. Number 6, keep your day job. To make money for your assets, you do work for your boss first and then for the government through taxes. But you don't have to become an entrepreneur to become rich, nor do you have to have an incredibly high income. I'm not saying it can't help, but it's not necessary. Either focus on using your current job to acquire assets, and make sure that once $1 of yours goes into assets, it never comes out of there. Your assets are your ticket to financial freedom, so use your current income to invest in stocks, real estate, equities, index funds, gold, and so on. Number 7, work. To learn. Okay, what do I mean by work? To learn well. It is so many work from a certain point, only with the goal of getting their monthly salary. But what complete defaults by the wayside is their further development. If you develop yourself and work on your skills, opportunities will open up for you to better position yourself financially. Later on, Robert recommends looking for jobs where you can develop your communication, sales skills, and marketing skills, because the most important specialized skills are sales and marketing. These skills are closely related to how much revenue the company you work for makes, or perhaps your own company. And if you want to know which 7 assets you should buy, and if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. We hope to see you in the next video.